The richest people you see are not the people who have a 9 to 5 job. Quite contrary, they're the people who have a business, who took the risk, put in the hard work, and now reap the benefits. There are probably two frameworks that you follow. First one is sidewalk, which is basically a path of consumerism. You like material things, you like to spend money, you like to maybe spend like 50% of your paycheck, 60% of your paycheck on like stuff that makes you happy, the material things that make you happy, like new jacket, new headphones, new games, something like that. You maybe even earn a lot of money, but you spend most of it. Are you truly wealthy then if you make money but you don't keep any of it, or very little of it? Slow lane is a bit more of a sophisticated path, but you are still an NPC. You are still not really somebody who will get a lot of money. You penny pinch, you save, you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's the big thing. You're doing what society deems to be a smart thing. What you're doing, you're feeding the economy, investing into an ETF, and then you get retired early by like 5 years. Oh wow. You're not going to work until 65, but until you're 60. And then what? They're worn and torn. And then what you gonna do? You're putting scarcity into your life, and you're not going to enjoy your life. It's not going to be miserable, but it'll be close to that. By focusing on this path, you're trying to free yourself from the rat race by like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years, but you're actually being enslaved by that money. You still cannot enjoy things. Well, how can you get out? How can we get out? First thing that you need is an FTE. Fuck this event. You need male aggression. You need that testosterone flowing. You need to be angry, pissed off by your current situation. You're not supposed to live like this. You're not supposed to earn minimum wage and not have enough money for anything. You're supposed to thrive in life. That's your mission, to thrive in life, to be able to travel where the fuck you want, to be able to choose a wife you want, to be able to buy things you want, to not be, if you don't want to work, you don't work. Or you find a meaningful job that gives you money, meaningful business, any venture. It will fuel your passion. Your days will be a billion times better. If you want to dive in a river, you could dive in a river. If you want to climb a tree, you climb a tree. You can do absolutely what you want. But for this, you need fuck this event. For me, it was not so long ago. I got pissed off at myself. I had very little money. I had a really bad teaching job. I was teaching English, but it was so tiring. I couldn't do much classes, and then I had just enough money, and then some expenses came, and for like a week, I had zero. I had $0 to spare, €0 to spare. I could not do anything. I was also hungry, you know, man. So that is my fuck this event. That gives you speed, courage, and motivates you to get out of that rut more than anything else. More than those like, you know, those Instagram pages that say like, do this, do that, or those like shorts that motivate you, and like Dubai lifestyle and stuff. This will motivate you more. If you don't have it, it means you're just following the script. But think about it. Think about your life. It's not a life you should be living. Get angry. This society, you know, will tell you, don't get angry, it's not a good thing, you know, relax, breathe. No, you need to get angry because that's how you get progress. That's how you get momentum to get going. That's where you get the power from. They're trying to castrate us. They're trying to make us weak. Don't succumb to that. This is our base for the financial freedom and the whole unscripted framework. Now we will cover 3B. These are 3 beliefs which author of this book covered. But essentially, what a belief is, it's a very powerful thinking pattern, and it can very much so kill your progress, kill everything. First belief that a lot of people think is a shortcut scam. Essentially what this means is you believe there will be some kind of an event like in a book or a movie where something grand happens, you transform, and you live the rest of your life happily ever after. This is not true at all. You will not get that event. You need to work hard, consistently, to be able to escape this. There won't be some magical event. Nobody's coming to save you. You need to do it. The special scam. You believe that somebody who is better than you in your field, let's say that you are a video editor like me, or I don't know, like trader or somebody, and somebody has more experience than you or something, he's better off, he earns more money than you. You think he's special, that he was born under a lucky star, but that's not true. You don't know him. You know what he's been through. He put in more work. He developed over the years a special skill set that gives him money. He knows sales better than you. That's just it. You're not special. You're just lazy. A luck scam. Most people believe in luck rather than probability. If you do, that's why it's important to do something consistently. Luck is a very important part of success, but if you do things consistently, you have more probability to succeed because you try, and you try, and one of those tries will be a successful one over time, eventually. Focusing on external circumstances rather than internal ones. Don't focus on if something will happen outside of you. Focus on what's here, what you can change, and snowball that effect into greatness. Honestly, I had all three of those beliefs. When I was a fat kid, I thought I couldn't be athletic, I could never lose weight, I could never compete in sports. And a funny thing is, I was a marathon runner and I was a top junior in one of the races. Just when I changed my mindset, I started trying. I got yelled by my doctor that I was too fat, that my life is possibly a danger. I started working out. I started first by slowly walking. I started losing some weight. I was like, okay, this might actually work. Let's try running. I felt such a heap of emotions while running. It felt so good doing that exercise, moving my body. I got hooked on it. I got hooked on something that I believe I will never do. That is something completely opposite of me. And I competed, and I was a top level marathoner. Not of course like world famous or not somebody that will win the first place, but I was a top junior at a marathon race. Do you know how absurd that sounded to me 3 years ago? Start to question your beliefs. No matter who you are, where you're from, how rich you are, how poor you are, you can succeed. You're a human. You will adapt, you will overcome, and you will achieve. Next step to escape the script is to understand what is your meaning and purpose, because that will be a tool that you can use to fuel yourself. You had your fuck this event, you analyze yourself, you understand that your beliefs are keeping you down. Now what you do, if you want to live like 1% of the world, you need to sacrifice and do the things that 1% of the people don't. But if you're not motivated truly, you will never be able to do that. You need to find your purpose. What do you want to do with your life? What is something that is giving you joy? The author of the book gives us a very nice quick tip on how to find our purpose and passion. Think about this. If money was not a problem, what would you do? Just absolutely get your mind crazy and think, what will you do if you had infinite amount of money? After you buy your mom a nice car, nice house, make her retired, after you travel everywhere, after you spend that money on booze and girls and anything you want, what would you do? You will get bored of spending money. What will you do if you just could focus on one thing, if everything else was covered? And you cannot find it so easily, of course. You need to do things to find a purpose. That's why it sounds so grand. And everything that is grand you cannot achieve easily. You need to try and try and try. Try this. Maybe the thing that you thought about is not for you. You tried. You don't feel so good doing it. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. You stay consistent for a bit, see it's not working as well. You just keep going until you succeed. Now let's cover fast lane entrepreneurship. This is a thing that can help you create a strong, stable, thriving business. We have 5 principles for this framework, and it's called sense, control, entry, time, need, scale. Do these things and you'll be able to have a business growing so rapidly and exponentially. Control. If you're a content creator, which most of us are, including me, even if I do video editing, I create content, and now I'm trying to create my own content as well. You need to own, but it's really hard because you are dependent from all of the platforms that pay you. So try to at least appear on as many platforms as possible. That's why they couldn't cancel Andrew Tate. People keep posting his stuff. He's on TikTok, he's on everywhere. He was banned on YouTube, he was banned on Instagram, on Twitter, but he still appears in other people's podcasts. On TikTok, you cannot get rid of him. And you need to do exactly the same thing. Entry. As the barriers of the entry get weaker, your likelihood of success will also get down. Which is, for me quite stupid than to start a YouTube channel, because everybody can grab a camera and start. Video editing, it's a bit contrary. It's quite hard to do video editing in a quality way. You need a beefy computer, you need an aesthetic eye, you need to understand which content converts. But also for YouTube, it's also hard to know what can go viral. The truly popular YouTubers, the truly successful YouTubers, they need to work hard. If you can find something that not many people want to do, that is hard, trust me, it will pay off. If you do it consistently and get a good grasp of it, you will have a less competition, and that hard work will pay off, and you'll be so happy when that comes. Indeed, the main purpose of a business is to solve a problem. So what problem can you solve effectively and in the best way possible? Find it, stick to it, and makes loads of cash. That's why you see restaurants popping off and closing, chain stores as well, whatever. Not solving anything. They're copying. That cannot give you money. Next thing we will cover is time. To be truly wealthy, you need to get money even when you're not actively working. And although this sounds a bit scammy, like those YouTubers tell you about, like passive income ideas and stuff, and buy this course and you'll be able to earn passive income, just sleep and get money. You will need to work your ass off for many years to be able to achieve the power and to get the opportunity of having your business run without your active overlook. That you will need a team of people, you will need a content or a product on a website that can give you money, and that comes from hard work and consistency. Here's a little formula for this. So active income plus hard work plus time equals passive income and equals wealth. The final part of this framework is scale. You need to find something that you can scale easily. Don't get limited by your business. Essentially, most of the online businesses are like this. It's really easy to scale an e-commerce brand, and especially if you have a digital product. You need to produce more to get more material, to get more people. You can produce it and sell it. And you can, as long as you scale your marketing, scale your content and everything, you can have infinite growth. Find something like that and you can scale it. That you need to do like 5 different businesses. You can focus on one and scale it and get really wealthy. On a final note, your business doesn't have to be perfect in these 5 steps, but try to get as much as possible. Step is where you put in all the grind and the hard work. In the book, it's called kinetic execution, blood, sweat, learning, production, execution, outsourcing, anything that you need to do, those like hard things when you think about in business. This is where you do. You don't have to like. A lot of people think they're productive if they're making a logo or a website or think about the domain. No, you're just tricking yourself. Do the hard things that seem boring in your business. You need to do those things for you to strive. Record your first 10 to 20 video and publish them. Do cold calls, learn sales, do the hard thing. As Ali Abdal said in his Skillshare course for YouTube, for example, don't be an architect. Don't think too hard and get into analysis paralysis. Be an archaeologist. Get your hands dirty, dig down, get a few things going, see what works. When you find something that works, scale into that. For you to truly stop bullshitting yourself when it comes to business, you need to understand the AAA framework, which means act as first A is act. The action for your business. This morning, what I did was I have a video editing business and I did a bit of cold calling and I got a new client, and it gave me a lot of joy because I did the hard work. It's, for a lot of people, it's scary to contact strangers and tell them about and take their money. You have to call them, they don't know you, or to send a message and ask money from them. But of course, it gets easier over time, and if you have a good offer, they will gladly throw money at you. Also, what I'm doing right now, it's an action. I'm recording my video, and it's not perfect. It's my first video, but I'm trying to throw myself out. I'm trying to pursue this dream of being a YouTuber since I was like 9 years old. So I think that I finally get the knowledge and skill to slowly start doing this. After you do the hard work and after you acted, good job. And now let's move on to assess, which is you basically analyze what you did. You need feedback. Let's say, when I was first doing my cold calling, cold messaging, let's call that cold messaging for my video editing business. I just send emails, send them DMs, and see how they respond. Even being just seen is a response that it's not working. Then they say, okay, it's either too expensive or this doesn't work. They can maybe call you bad names and hang up on you, whatever. It just means you're not convincing enough. You need to work on your sales. You need to watch Alex Formosi and stuff, and you need to gather knowledge, gather experience. You need to go into the trenches, fight, go forward. You will get that experience that way. You cannot cheat. You cannot just read books on business and get rich like that. You need to throw yourself into the fire and then come out like a phoenix with all of the knowledge and start working more, and you will succeed. But you need to assess, gather all the feedback and see what you need to work on. People say, the lighting in your video is bad, the audio in your video is bad, this, that, that. Take it, change, move on. And we skilled in the number 3, which is adjust. You change what you got from the feedback. And close to the end, we come to the 4D section, 4 disciplines. These disciplines will help you maintain the business and make it worthwhile. Rich people are put in front of you to give you like feeling of scarcity, that you don't have enough money, and you purchase, like the things that rich people are using and stuff, just to feel rich, but you're not truly rich. Everybody knows that. So what can you do? You're bombarded by Instagram, by TikTok, by everything about those people who are better than you. Some people get motivation from that, but deep down, you also feel guilty. You're comparing yourself constantly with your friends, with everybody. A competition is a male trait. That is one of the best traits that we can have. But don't mix, but you cannot compete with somebody who's in a completely different lane than you. If somebody is an athlete and you're just, doing it for the health, you two cannot compare. So find your friend or somebody who's in a similar place in your journey, and you can compete with them. I cannot compete with like Peter McKinnon or somebody, who's a great video editor or video producer for that matter. We're not doing the same content as well. Make an iron, strong discipline about the things that work for you. I don't know, if you're a trader, for example, you have a strategy that works, but you see on Instagram like, do this new indicator tactic, blah, 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 did that bullshit, and you will succeed. And your brain constantly gets bombarded by that, but you need to stay disciplined and do the things that gave you the results before. Next up is purpose saving. I know I told you in the beginning saving is bad, but purpose saving is better. You're the thing that gives you the money for now. Your business is the thing that's giving you the money. Invest in that. Invest in yourself, invest in your business, invest in the thing that's giving you money. Invest most of the money, let's say 80% of the money back, and 20% you can use for new shoes, new things. I don't know, depends on your journey. Here's the thing that gets a little bit difficult. You lived poorly the most of your life, and you got a little bit of money now. You want to buy the shoes that you never had, the car that you never had, the things. You're going to limit yourself like that. And what will happen is you will succumb to the lifestyle inflation. Your money will increase and your lifestyle will increase. But what happens when the money, for some reason, and it will happen, goes a little bit down and your lifestyle keeps getting up and up? That's where you get into debt, because you got used to that lifestyle, and it is very hard to go down back because you feel like a failure. But if you limit yourself, even when money stops coming for a certain period of time, you will not feel like a failure. You just get a little less money and you can fuel your business a little bit less, but you will be able to survive and you still have plenty of money. The final tip of the video is consequential thought, and this is something that you can use in most of your life. This is pretty much risk management. Think about your risk of doing something and the gain that you get from it. Please stay away from the momentarily pleasures. Delay that gratification for later. it is important, yes, of course, to enjoy your life, but do something worthwhile. Go enjoy spending time with your friends, with your family, work out, work on your purpose, work on your meaning. That's what you need to do. Don't do stupid things. Funny thing is, most people who smoke weed, they don't consider themselves smokers. you you are inhaling weed, which is, people think it's good for you or bad for you. I don't want to get into a debate in that, but essentially you're still inhaling something into your lungs, and potentially you are at risk of getting lung cancer. Think about that, man. Think about it. Closing thoughts for the video. Demonstrate value so you can sell it, even if you don't feel so much like it. Speed is the most important thing in business. Get that gears working, quickly make a product, sell it, feel that money come in, feel what is the market thinking about your product, get into the trenches, fight your way, then scale in more, make a better and better and better product, and follow the little tips around you that tell you what you do. Stay safe, man. Take care.